Well, friends, this is how the Earth ends. Not with a bang, not even a whimper, but with an army of 6-foot avian creatures. Honestly, I thought it would go worse. But since it's also probably the rare few episodes that we actually get to see, I think, Sakamoto, I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. And the beating that he's going to receive, because that seems to be how most of his scenes play out. But if you want to see the origins of Elizabeth, you're in the right place. Let's get down and dirty with Gintama. Oh yes. Now I last watched Gintama probably about... Actually it was like a week and a half ago actually. So I've been missing my Gintama fix. And honestly leaving it at such a crucial and important, almost pivotal moment. Will Elizabeth... Oh yeah, the lights in the back of the eyes. Will Elizabeth turn its back on its fellow comrades? I think the crossbreeds from the wind up there would be quite strong. This... What? Wow, Earth's changed quite a bit. I think I shared Shinpachi's face. Sashaburi. Yeah, it's probably less recycled than it is on a spaceship. Ah, it's like they're disposing of some old blankets or something. I'm sure he's much more resilient than to fall at that kind of injury. Really? They know their priorities. I do like how the ladder is just a anchor. Black. You would think that they would have a more high-tech way of getting up there. You have to stand closer. Now, unfortunately, the little bit at the beginning probably spoiled this big reveal. It is good how we are getting a little bit of, like, background extra characters. She is being quite open and forward with her questioning. Well, that didn't last long, did it? Is it some sort of virus? She's going to turn back with her face. So it's something in the water because she got splashed by the car going past. I'm sure Cutler is having like a waking wet dream right now. Ah, that's what I saw. Is he actually a genius? He's just hiding it very well. Or just has found a lot of people who know what they're doing and has hired them. He handles stress very well. That bag can handle a lot of contents. How do you know the terms of said deal? I thought you would say no clue. Ah, he was quite talkative with no one else in the room. It leaves a lot up to interpretation, doesn't it? He has some good artists on his side, doesn't he? Making these signs. I think he needs to get his tear ducts sorted if that's crying. He has an ulterior motive to get back. Looks like he didn't get to use those points. Good attack. Is it actually going to do another like big reveal and there is no evil plan or intent? I think he's enjoying this. What does rendering them unable to speak do? Other than, the immediately obvious large amounts of distress, etc. Kintoki Shinai. He's still out for a while. Yep. Due to a name they have made for themselves in the past. Everything's going according to Kaikaku. Nani? So they keep themselves hidden. I'm not sure you have much to barter with. They already have the Earth. They're invading it. Right, so because they've already have past interactions and dealing with them. I really like how Gintoki's costume, even his costume can't muster the energy to properly open his eyes. I'm not sure you want to wipe it on yourself, Gintoki. Zurazabeth. It's just, he's like a broken water fountain. So he's a merchant captain travelling the depths of space. Don't lift him up. That's almost horrific. Shinpachi, I think you've drawn the short straw again. We couldn't tell. Where is he going to hide his signs? Where is he going to hide his signs? Think you're facing the wrong way, Shinpachi. Or not. Customizing? What, is there a fan and a TV inside there? We've already gone through that. Oh no. What's the pixelization? And what's in Gintama and Zurazabeth? Uno cards? At least one of them is... It's a growth. Don't bring it up. It's a sore subject. Do your best pimple impression. She has a collection. Yep. Somehow I believe all of you are going to get away with this fine. Poor Shinpachi is going to shrivel up and... Looks like their treatment is quite advanced. Shinpachi, do your best impression, even in death. We've lost Shinpachi. He was a good character. But as we know, his soul is contained within his glasses. So... Oh, rather a fancy do, even though some of them have mohawks. Oh, it's like a mid-game Street Fighter boss. Not Street Fighter, Streets of Rage boss. Just in like a duck form. There's a couple of duplicates in that crowd. Are we actually going to see some light blades in action in this? This is a warning. Didn't they just say be quiet, we need to stop talking? That's quite a severe... Yeah, don't worry, there won't be any rice to spare. I may have played Excitable. Not eaten any, though. I must admit, that's actually a kind of a clever joke. Clever for Gintama. Don't worry, Shinpachi, you're just a pimple, you don't have to eat anything. They're getting more... Okay. They're getting upset because of what they're... Oh, there's a couple of good games in there. It must be some sort of delicacy. Would you... Oh, someone's interfering, which is good. General Aaron. It is the best of all of them. Surprise. Did he manage to keep it quiet, or? Yep, through a mixture of dedication and, well, script writing, let's be honest. Well, you're not wearing white. They are replaceable. I don't think her words are really going to get through to someone that's kind of as emblazoned as him. Huh. She actually fired the gun and no one took action there. It's going to be a weird monologue when we're reading it all. Okay. You thought this was Star Wars. You are wrong. This isn't the first show that has actually had some mechas appear in it randomly that I've seen this week. It's good that they are so recognisable that you can gather the reference to a Gundam without ever actually having to see the show. Also, all of them pulling their guns on her. They're here, she's in front of them, and their leader is in front there. Well, they can't exactly shoot at her. For risk of hitting their supreme commander. But if they live on a diet which is rice and video game cartridges, what was Elizabeth eating on Earth? I don't know. The question of what would happen if it was a different studio and not Sunrise, I don't believe we would have Gintama. Everyone else would have steered clear of the project long ago. Now, all in all, apart from trying to take over the Earth, which, fair, this Dark Vader doesn't seem so bad. He's feeding his crew, he hasn't force strangled any of them. And we know for a fact that every single member of the crew must be literate. Otherwise communication can be a bit difficult. Unless you want to explain yourselves entirely in Rorschach tests. But that's Gintama for you, and actually it's continuing in a new episode. So, if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out. But if you also just want to skip on to the next one, it should be up around about now. Now that we have Ginzabev and Zuazabev, I'm sure everything will be fine, because their abilities, as we've seen during the Prison Break episodes, I'm sure they'll be in, a lieutenant position, vice admiral maybe, in 45 minutes? But all I know, stop your nosebleeds, and let's see what the next episode holds for us. See you there. My patrons are getting me one step closer to overthrowing the world. Mainly because, buying all of those wide-eyed Elizabeth costumes actually costs a bit of money. So for the time being, I think domination is off of the cards. But I still need to thank Sal, Raywin, Electricant, Arthea, Noku, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Mads, Rasmus Paulson, Girly, Dynamite 1997, ASD, Dark Shadow 7899, and everyone else. Because they are the white paint that keeps me blended in with society.